guys, just a quick update on my grandmom's cancer. I told you I was going to look up the name of that woman that we bought the book about that had cured her cancer with food in a healthy way, and she didn't have any surgery or chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that. So I did look it up, and you can Google it too. She's super easy to find. You can even just you can type in doctor who cured herself naturally from cancer, and that's what I Googled, and she was the first one that popped up, and I knew it immediately as soon as I seen it. And her name is Dr. Lorraine Day. She has her own website you can go to. You can read her story. You can read the reports that have been put up about her in the media. You can read her responses to those reports. And so it's a very interesting story, and that's what we wanted at the time, was to research all the alternatives into cancer therapy or treatments for cancer. I don't know if I believe every single cancer on the entire planet can be cured with a diet. I don't know if I believe that, because I know there is cancer that has been in the DNA itself and I don't know how you would cure your DNA through a different diet. I don't see how that would be possible, but I don't know. I'm not a chemist or a biophysicist or anything like that, so I don't know. But I know from people who develop cancer later in life, whether it's being exposed to chemicals or just the environment or pesticides or those types of things, seem to have great success with just changing their diet and curing their cancer. So that's the kind of research that we were looking at the time, and this specific woman's story was out there, Dr. Lorraine Day, and so that is the direction that we went. And I did buy her book so that I could read it, and I bought the cassette tapes. Cassette tapes, I know that sounds so weird now, but anyways, cassette tapes, because my mother does have a CD/cassette tape player, and so I bought that so that she could listen to those tapes, because she was experiencing more of the macular degeneration at the time, so it was harder for her to read things. So I got the cassette tapes so that she could listen to those, and I could read the book. I didn't buy it off of her website. Sorry, I got it off of eBay because I didn't know how effective it was going to be. I didn't know how useful it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be understandable, enough for us to read, because, she is a doctor, so I didn't know if that was going to work for us. But it was great information, and so I just encourage all of you to do your own research to make sure you know all of your options, not just the ones that the doctors are telling you, but do your own research. And that doesn't just mean the internet. That means really get out in your library and read. Go to your local bookstore and find books on the specific type of cancer that you're facing or illness or whatever, and look up what other people have to say about it. Pick and choose your pieces, put together your own thing, because every single person is different. That's why not every single diet works for every single person to lose weight. We're all different. We're all made up of completely the same things, but completely structured differently. So what works for 20 people is not going to work for one other person. That's just the way it is. So anyways, get out there and do your research, and figure out what you're willing to do and the direction that you want to take your own health in. And my grandma did not want to do the chemotherapy and radiation, all those things, but she didn't want to die either. So, this was the best option for her. So that's what she did. But anyways, she's doing great. I went up and visited her a couple weeks ago and took her some supplements and some other things. She's doing really good. She's trying to stay on the best of a diet that she can, but honestly, she's eating things that she shouldn't be. She is not eating sugar though. She is still staying away from sugar, so I think that's huge. She does notice a huge change in her mental clarity when she does versus when she doesn't eat sugar. So the fact that she knows that is really good. She's very alert. She was walking so good the other day without her cane or her walker or anything when I had went up there, which is the first. I haven't seen her really walk around without them, so that was really exciting. She looks really, really good. She has lost a little bit of weight, but she had some to lose, let me just put it that way. So she's doing really, really good, and her mind is much more clear. We did Baby T's first birthday. She was able to come to that. She walked all the way across the yard and everything. We have an acre here. So from parking to where we were sitting and everything, she walked all the way over there, and obviously with help because she has the vision problem. So she has the help to walk where she's going so she doesn't trip on something or run into something or whatnot. But anyway, she's doing really, really good, and so that's just kind of where she's at. So I'm really glad that she's staying away from the sugar. I think that's huge. I think everyone should get rid of the sugar. I know that we've switched over to using organic coconut sugar, and so I'm trying to figure out how to work with the coconut sugar. It's not quite what I had pictured in my head. I had a bowl of berries the other morning, and I sprinkled some of the coconut sugar on there and ate it, and it was a completely different texture and didn't give my brain the same signals, and it wasn't as sweet as like white sugar. When I was little, I used to cut open, grapefruit and sprinkle the sugar on and scoop them out and eat them. And that's what I was expecting in my head with the berries and the coconut sugar. And that's not quite what registered. So I'm still kind of figuring out how to work with it. It works totally fine when I put it in my smoothies and I don't have to worry about the texture. It is sweet, and so as long as I'm not eating the texture, it seems to be fine. So that'll probably just come with time, eating the coconut sugar a lot. So anyhow, Grandma is doing really good, and she's still taking supplements. She does have this book that is called, what is it called? Miracle Cures from the Bible, maybe? Anyway, she lent it to me so I could read it and check stuff out and see if she was doing things that she should be doing or not. And I think, hey, as long as it's all natural and God made it, then and it's not poisonous, then it should be fine for you to eat. And you like it. If you don't like something, then I don't know. Part of me thinks that that's your brain telling you that that particular thing is not good for you, and which is interesting because I have also read Eating Right for Your Blood Type diet, and I am not a big fan of certain types of things. I'm not gonna, go into detail because you guys don't need to know everything about me, but there's certain things, certain fruits that I just really don't like, and they're huge and they're popular and people love them. I don't really like them. And so when I was reading through this Eating Right for Your Blood Type book, and it came to the list of do's and don'ts for fruits and vegetables, there was quite a few of the fruits in that list for me not to eat that I don't like. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Is there something to it? I don't know. But again, that's, like I said, pick and choose your information, take it all in, and then figure out what works for you. And that's one of those things. So now that's like my excuse for not eating that fruit or vegetable. I'm like, oh, that's not for my blood type, so I'm not going to eat that. But really, I just don't like it. But either way, whatever works, right? So I haven't had too many people commenting on my diet anymore either. So that's nice. I think that's kind of, people are getting past that now, so that's good. So anyways, I'll do an update video too, but I did want to get you the information about the doctor that I had said had cured herself from the tumors / cancer, and it is interesting to read, and I'm not sure if there's a forum on there where you can Q&A, but it is a very interesting website, so go ahead and check her out. Like I said, do your research, get your information, and if you choose, go from there. Alright guys, I've had a good day, and I'll do a What You Eat Wednesday this week, and so I will see you then. Okay? I hope you have a great week too.